Hey, and welcome everybody to this Chronicles of Darkness episode, whatever. We're going to be joining our merry monsters who are all representing the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or... as they tear through the their childhood, not home, but I guess second home. Somebody should probably say what happened last time, because a lot of stuff happened last time.
Cast.
Thank you, Mark.
I can do it if no one else wants to.
I mean, Helena's the best at it, but we'll settle.
She is. God, fuck yourself, Rhea.
Hank, what happened to us last time?
So last time we walked out of the library and immediately Jack was shot, but Owen sees this and turns back the clock and stops the group before we exit. We found a bathroom and Owen turned the mirror into a doorway, which took us back to the apartment, where Jack questions both Hunter and Angel about the attempt on his life, but they both deny involvement. The group decided to then head to Virginia to investigate Whispering Pines, but before we depart, Ruby checks in with Chloe, who states that she wants to stay in their care. Ruby tells her she's free to do what she wants, but wants her to work on maintaining control over her powers. She gives instructions to the front desk to take care of Chloe while we're gone and to help educate her. The group then takes the Mirror Realm to a bathroom at Whispering Pines. Peeking into the hallway, Ruby is immediately spotted by the familiar, albeit older face of Mr. Ambrose. He then comes into the bathroom, points out the cameras, not before Clay does some stupid magic, and Ruby threatens Mr. Ambrose, who puts her to sleep. As soon as Clay
just
does
have to
his
say,
magic,
real quick, sorry. If you're watching this for the first time, like if you're hanging out on Twitch and you haven't seen the last episode, because I think the last one is up now, but like contextually, Chloe is a little girl that the group saved who has super strong summoning powers from other fields. So she was injured and they're taking care of her. Front desk is the being that runs basically their building, but it's like an all-knowing, like multi-sentient oddity of a being. So telling front desk that is telling this being that they just call front desk to take care of her while we're gone. And then, Whispering Pines is the school that they went to as superhero children. Sorry about the interruption.
Cast a spell, felt a presence that turns its awareness on him. Mr. Ambrose explains it's because of the mark that he got, which acts as a tracking point for the matron. Mr. Ambrose doesn't know much about the matron, other than she keeps track of all the children and has become increasingly unhinged. Sometimes she punishes those who use their powers, and other times she ignores it completely. Owen demands to know who would be behind the decision to give a child to the Baron, and Mr. Ambrose said that would be up to the headmaster. When the group were at the school, the headmaster was Reggie Cargraves, but he is now retired. Mr. Ambrose then explains that the school was originally founded to help guide indigos, or indigo children, with managing their powers and protecting them from others. Indigo was their code for a human with special abilities, but he doesn't know anything about the Destiny engine. He admits that the school may now be corrupt, and he references Chloe, who is able to pull beings from other realms, but who was kidnapped one night by a janitor and no one saw her again. When the group questions him about the Humming Man, he explains him to be Job, one of the original founders of the school, whom he hasn't seen in many years. He was the main recruiter and was rumored to orphan children whose parents did not consent. His daughter Angel, who is friends with Hunter, attended the school, but broke out, killing several staff and students in the attempt. Ambrose shows the group a picture of the original founders of the school, and indeed Job is among the three. Shockingly, so is one and only Elias Blackthorne. The group accuses Mr. Ambrose of being complicit in the horrors inflicted on the children, and beseeches him to help in taking the school. He claims it's impossible, but does provide them with a pass that will allow them to access the deeper areas of the facility, but it won't ensure their escape. As he realizes his role in the horror that took place at the school, he asks the group to kill him and save the children. Jack and Ambrose make a contract that the group will help the children escape, and Jack will claim Ambrose's body when Jack chooses. Dejected, Ambrose leaves the bathroom. Then suddenly, Jack sees Child Jack in the bathroom mirror, who smears the contract that was just struck and vanishes. Then Ambrose returns to the bathroom, and he begins humming.
In the same way that Child Jack was humming.
I
Well,
attack!
I assume anytime you say humming, like
It's not Job humming. It's Child Jack is taking control of Mr. Ambrose.
yeah.
Yeah, I was very sad about that, but I screwed up.
And Jack, you immediately know that contract was fulfilled. So before he even walks in, you like are immediately like, oh shit.
He took the body.
Well, now that that's done, I bid you adieu. It was nice knowing you, young Britannica, and I will be taking my leave.
What exactly does that mean?
I got what I wanted, so now I'm going to go live my life here in this world that you've brought me to, as per not our agreement, but the agreement I had with these three at least.
Huh?
Hang on, let me remember the names. Ruby, Clay, Owen. I made a deal with you before. You guys kind of tried to screw me over on it, honestly. But now everything's good, so no ill will, and I'll move about my day.
What is this?
Jack, have you not been telling them about our conversations?
I don't fully understand our conversations, to be perfectly honest.
That's.
I'm never making a deal with anyone for bringing them to this dimension. What?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a whole soul thing. It's a past life. Past life did it. Talk to the front desk. It's all about, the next world, previous world, stuff like that. I'm sure he's mentioned it before.
He has mentioned it before that they were registered users already.
Yes, in the previous life when they signed up for the ill-fated Steelcraft organization.
So do you not have powers anymore? You're just going to leave as a human?
Yes. I'm assuming I'll get my powers back eventually. Start making some packs and some deals for little trinkets here and there.
If anybody wants to kill him, you can.
I wouldn't, because I would just default right back to living inside of you, and then we would be at odds.
I'm still so confused.
So,
I
as you
start
did need Mr. Ambrose to fully explore the school, I guess we could make a deal for my help in that.
You and me.
Oh, no, all of you. I'm not going to short sell myself.
What do you want?
Either inner strength or power. Your choice. And then I'll help you. Or I could just leave and you guys could go back to doing what you're doing. I believe Mr. Ambrose gave you a key card, so you could go that route without his help.
I mean, inner strength or power is a hefty sacrifice that we would likely need in either route. So I think that, in my opinion, we should just go with a key card and send this one off. As a writer of contracts, I generally don't recommend signing them.
No fun.
You
no
should
fun.
go now.
Very well. I will be seeing you again, though, once you figure out more things. As a parting thought, Claire Solomon is your preferred name, correct? I don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
Don't you find it odd that Benjamin was looking into the celestial flange when no one has done that in 30 years?
I mean, a lot of people look into it. I mean, I was there to look into it.
Maybe there's something to it. And then he turns to go.
What? I hate people knowing more than I know. What do we do now? Is he gonna like betray us, Jack?
I have no knowledge of what he wants to do, but I feel like if he was going to betray us, he would have started by just screaming while he was in here. So we might as well just try and go with our
He
original
said
plan.
he's been
and
talking
hope
to
for
you
the
in your
best.
mind, though.
I
That we
think
have
I've
deals?
told you all everything that he's done. I mean, I told you about seeing the visions of us as children where he killed you all day after day if I didn't make the right choices that he wanted. And I mean, it was a horrible horror movie of a Groundhog's Day for an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
He was there. He showed up at almost every major event in our lives in the background. When I was almost killed by Shivers, he was the one that led me off to die. I mean, he was trying to get my body for a while, I think, and then when he wasn't able, he went with the first contract that was available. So my guess is he won't come back until he has more power, or he would have done it already, but I could be misunderstanding.
Are you glad to be free of him for now?
I don't really trust that I am free of him. I mean, I'll give it a few days and see what happens. This is, it's new territory. The whole thing is new territory. I've only had a couple weeks to even wrap my head around all of the Britannica stuff. Having this whole extra figure that is clearly malicious involved in the whole fray was not something that I'm comfortable processing, I guess.
All right, we'll just put that in another one of the many boxes that we have in our brains right now and move on. Next, this fucking school. What do we do?
Wasn't the plan to burn it down at some point?
I'm still pro that plan.
I think that's the end. But what do we do in the meantime?
I mean, we still have the key card. The key card is active for another day or so. I think that's our best modality to go downstairs and figure out what's at the heart of this place and burn it down.
And then once the key card burns up, so does the building. Yeah.
And then we find a way to talk to Dad about the whole thing.
We have to ensure the school has been evacuated first as well.
Yes.
You're muted.
Rio, you're muted.
Sorry. Weird laugh ticks. That's what you promised Ambrose, but I mean, unless that's what you're saying, that's your guys' goal. I mean,
A and B.
I don't want to kill all the kids in this school.
Oh, okay.
We definitely don't want to kill all the kids. We were these kids.
Right. Okay, so we want to evacuate the school. Okay. Or we want to at least
Attempt to
get the kids out. Okay, so.
Hey, oh, yep, you got it.
What's wrong?
Jake's chat was popping up on the Twitch stream.
So, oh, there it goes again. I see it. Okay. So we're using the key card to go down. Now it's all that we know, right? We're going to a basement level. And we remember from our own visions that it was off the cafeteria, at least part of it.
Yes. You're muted again.
the vent led there for sure.
Right.
So we wait until dark and then go? I mean,
wouldn't security be worse after dark? I don't know. You guys don't. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. Never mind.
I think security might be worse after dark. So perhaps we should go now.
I wonder why. Yeah, I think we need to get this over and done with. I think we're overthinking. We just need to go.
Yes.
Okay.
The more time that we take, it's just going to get worse.
Open the door.
You open the door. There's very few people in the hallways. There's like one lady who's like dusting, and like there's another lady because you guys are up on the second story of kind of like a balcony that overlooks the foyer. And then the rooms that you guys know from your childhood are like kind of like off of that deeper into the house. But you see like somebody like mopping down in the foyer. You don't see many children. You see one kind of like scurrying to the bathroom you guys just exited. But no one seems to really even react to you guys being there.
I walk with purpose and as if I'm supposed to be here towards the basement.
I do the same, and I get out my phone and look down at it as if I am texting like a normal human.
As you guys descend the stairs into the foyer, the janitor looks up and goes, "Hey, I just waxed those. Go up and use the back stairs."
This one's closer.
I don't care. Do you wax the floors?
Oh, sorry about that. We'll get right on it.
Well, stupid lippy kids.
Kids?
I'm sorry. Honored students. I shouldn't call you kids. I already got written up for that once.
Why are you calling us kids, man?
What? You're like, what, 9? What else would I call you?
What?
I kind of step forward and look at the janitor and go, I want my mommy.
Well, your mom's probably dead, kid, so get off my
That's
floors.
mean. I look
Are we-
over.
Let's go.
Are we physically changed at all?
Do we like
Nope.
looking at each other?
Mm-mm.
And when we looked in the mirror, did we look any different?
Do you go back and look in the mirror?
Well, I mean, I assume we looked at ourselves a little bit in the bathroom.
But you haven't looked at yourself since you left the bathroom.
Have
No.
we looked at one another?
Yeah.
I find some.
You look perfectly normal to each other.
I find some shiny object that would allow me in the hallway or something that would let me see a partial reflection of myself.
You see childhood Clay.
What the actual fuck is going on?
I shift
I hate this
into
place.
Dalu form.
I mean, you're now in Dalu form.
And I'm going to grab this guy and I'm going to knock him out and we're going to take his keys.
I mean, you already have the key.
I don't know. I'm done with him and I need him to stop talking.
I'm so okay with watching Ruby do this. I almost smirk. I try to stifle my smirk.
I just knock him out. Let's go. You want me to roll for that?
No, in Dalu form, you can very easily knock this man who thinks you're a 9-year-old child out.
Excellent. So I can still shift. Okay.
Just to double check, I'd like to look down at my hands and try to release a little bit of the behold my true form and double check that I can also.
Yeah, all your powers are working.
Well, let's move to the cafeteria before this wears off.
Uh-huh.
So walking through the area that he said not to walk through, going to the cafeteria.
I take extra measure to wipe my shoes and like grease up everything and touch stuff as we walk through. Because screw that.
The maid from the second floor sees you doing that and goes, "What are you doing, you little shit? Just get out of here."
I
God, these kids.
like, walking, doing the same thing, touching everything. And,
Stick my tongue out at her.
oh, yeah.
Carl, what's Carl doing on the floor? And she starts to come down the stairs.
Guys,
pick it
unobtrusive.
up. Let's pick it up.
Let's just
I
go to the
know.
cafeteria. Stop drawing attention, please.
I stop and start briskly walking.
As you guys go through the door to leave this area, you see the woman's face, almost as if she's being used by Photoshop, be kind of like pulled to where it like stretches and then snaps back into place, and she just stands back up and walks back upstairs. And then you
Okay,
see
this isn't
Carl's form be pulled as if by like a mouse clicker up back into standing form, and he goes back to doing the things, and then everything snaps back.
This is very much not right.
Not like this.
Frick, can I recognize that this is angelic?
It is definitely not angelic.
Okay. To the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Hank, your passive mage sense is going off, though.
I was literally just going to be like, so can I get some clarification on what Ambrose said as far as like what actually is going to set off?
Something is definitely moving paradox level of magic around without thinking about it.
So, but he said something about if I use magic, they can find me, or like she can see.
Just the matron. The matron might become aware of you.
Does that include mage sight?
You do not know.
Can I make an educated guess?
Mage sight is kind of like an inherent ability. It doesn't require you to cast anything or call on any energy. It's just something that's inherent, so it's hard to say.
I have force. Okay, I'm gonna activate mind.
Okay, what does mind sight give you?
Detects presence of thinking beings and allows the mage to fully tell with a glance if someone is asleep, comatose, awake, meditating, or projecting out of his body or into the astral. The mage is also run a character where she observes, gains, or spends willpower.
The entire school seems to be something's astral body. You're not even 100% sure that anything you're seeing
is real.
Actually real.
So do I... Crap. Hold on. Oh, good Lord. Okay. Can I also spend a mana to activate Prime Sight?
Sure.
That detects presence of any awakened spell or attainment effect. Can also recognize tasks and tell when they're in a hollow or a node. So if there's magic going on.
As far as you can tell, you are inside another awakened mage's pattern.
Oh, fantastic.
Like if you were to shrink down and jump into a mage's soul, that's what you would be inside. That's what it looks like.
Oof. I think we need to get out of here. Because we're like in someone else's magic right now.
Wait, in their soul?
Yeah, like, so, okay. So do I think that we're in like a reality that someone constructed, or we're actually in someone else's like...
So with prime sight active, you would be able to see the difference between the magic and the physical. And this is a rundown, trash-filled building that everything else you're seeing is someone's, like you're in someone's dream of this building, if that makes sense. But it's also the caster themselves.
Oof,
it's a rundown, trash-filled building.
Mm-hmm. So it's like someone's projecting like an image of this. Okay, so anyone seen Altered Carbon? It's like when they're in his head.
I think I just figured out what happened if you tell us that.
I think I have an idea. Yeah, I mean, I would fully share everything.
Wasn't that his entire power, was
dreams,
bringing people into dreams and visions like this?
Right.
And he's the only person we've interacted with before all of this happened. So did I rip the gates right into a trap that he set for us? Or that he just at least took opportunity to use?
The only difference is what Ambrose did was not magic. This is magic. So Clay would be able to tell the difference between Ambrose's abilities and this.
And I did open a mirror dimension to this place, so it's definitely physical, and it's
right. So
it's been before.
It's a physical building that we've been here before. I think it actually might be the actual place, but the place was run down, and someone is here perpetuating the myth of what this place is or was to them.
You
The
think that
matron?
person is here right
Can
now?
I recognize oh crap, what's it called? God damn. So many words. Can I recognize a nimbus anywhere?
I mean, the nimbus is consistent throughout. I mean, like, you are technically inside the nimbus. So
Okay,
it's
so I
almost
can't.
impossible to
Okay.
discern because you would have to like get up in a helicopter to actually see it.
I mean, we don't know what the matron is. It could possibly be her perpetuating the school. And she wants us to clearly go
Right,
wherever
she
this is.
is
She's
helping us
letting
get there.
through, which is good or bad, but one way or another, we have to make a choice.
So I'm not gonna get to beat anything up in here.
I think you probably will, if this is at least bad and not good.
It
Ambrose
feels,
didn't say anything about it, so it seems like either he was under the same effects as we're experiencing now, or was a part of it. And he didn't seem like he was a part of it based on the discussion.
I
We
think
should go to
need
the
to keep
cafeteria.
going. Yeah.
As you enter into the hallway that leads to the cafeteria, a bell goes off and children start streaming into the halls of various ages, all wearing very similar uniforms to the ones you guys remember when you went here. But they move past you as if you're just more kids.
But they do interact with us, like they touch us, like they don't go through us.
Yep.
We don't go through them. Hey, I grab one of them. Hey, what's the date today?
Current date inside of game.
Okay. Okay. What's for lunch today?
I don't know. I haven't gone to the lunchroom yet.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Are you okay, Clay?
I don't feel good today.
You don't seem good.
Thanks.
Clay-
That's really nice of you to say.
Clay, let's go. We should really not be late.
Yeah.
This would be a perfect time. I went to the bathroom, so I don't know if we already went over this, but this would be a perfect time to get most of the kids out of here.
Does
Would
it
it not?
pull a fire alarm?
are the kids? Do we think the kids are actually there? Like they can't be.
Do you still
They
have your
are-
prime site, Hank?
I mean, I'm leaving it up. Yeah. I'm leaving everything
And-
up.
All the kids are physical children.
In
Oh,
this, rundown, dingy place. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, oh God. Something's really wrong here.
Pull the if we want to evacuate them, we should pull the fire alarm. I'm not sure how else to get them out.
I reach. Is there? I would immediately just after hearing that go for the nearest one and pull it.
Nothing happens.
Is there a window nearby?
There are windows, yeah.
Can I look out a window and see what I see?
So to your prime site, you see both a perfectly manicured lawn and a just overgrown lot.
Does the lot look similar to what I remember as a kid? So I'm basically trying to take in all the info that I can, all the like images, and see if we're actually in the same place that we were. Yeah, it's just run down. Okay, so this is the same place that we. I think this is the same place we went to school. It's just gone derelict. But there's a cover up of that.
I have a way to incite some fear in these children, potentially get them to leave or run at least.
I mean, I can scare them. I just don't think they'll be okay after. So
Yeah, let's maybe go with Owens first. I feel like
Yeah.
you might be a little much.
that's the better idea.
I don't think they can see our true forms. They just see the children.
Try it, and if it doesn't work, then we move on and try something else.
I think you all should go potentially in a different room.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll duck into the classroom with them then.
And
I
maybe
want to see this.
cover your ears. I'm going to incite Bedlam.
As you go to do that, the hallway flickers for a second. The lights go out, and crawling in from a vent on the other side of the room, you see one long-fingered hand reach down with an impossibly long arm before another one, and the face of the Baron comes out of the vent. And it goes, "There's my little sculpture."
You're an asshole. You're an asshole, Ria.
Woof.
That is.
I attack that!
Do I see that?
Do any of
You
us?
guys all said you left the room.
I never said I left the room. I said I was staying
Clay
specifically.
was staying. And that is
So Clay,
4
hang on.
clarity damage.
There is nothing crawling out of that vent.
Oh boy.
So how far away does your bedlam actually affect? Does it say?
Everyone within sensory range.
So are you in the cafeteria when you do this?
Yeah, but before that happened, though, I took 4 clarity damage and am now unconscious.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I missed that part. I was juggling too many balls at the same time.
Good Lord.
As soon as he goes unconscious, the hallway goes back to normal and the Baron disappears.
I mean, you said I didn't see anything.
Well, for your prime sight, you could see both, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So it's not really there, but there was a projection of it. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. How do I wake Owen up again? God damn. I smack Owen in the face.
I'm not going to actually make Owen take actual clarity damage for that because it was just a mind-affecting effect. So I'm going to say you had resistance to it. So you went unconscious, but you only actually took 2.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to smack him and see if he wakes up.
He does.
Are you okay?
Where is he?
He's not here. It was just an image. Everything here is an illusion.
Damn it.
Okay, I
And
know
with
it's
that-
hard, but you have to remember it's not real.
And with that, Owen, you can heal those 2. So him explaining that it's the building making stuff happen, like I won't make you actually take clarity damage for that. But the whole school reacted to you trying to do something to the children.
Well, it seems it was protecting itself.
Okay, so it is defending itself. I think we need to find the matron and figure out what the hell's going on here.
So stick with this original plan and go downstairs, right?
I think so.
You
I'll
guys
call
enter
through the
into-
door. Is it done yet? Can we come out of the classroom?
No,
Or
it's just come out.
well, there's no kids around to work.
No.
What
No.
happened?
No.
I don't want to talk about it. Thank you. Maybe we should just go downstairs and beat some people up.
Sounds good to me.
Speed walking.
Do you guys enter into the cafeteria?
Yes.
Still haven't got.
Where else? I don't know where else we would go. So yes.
So you guys walk
Yeah.
into the cafeteria and you see a bunch of kids sitting around eating from bowls, very politely sitting. Unfortunately, Clay, your prime sight is still active, so you see them eating. I don't know if you want to tell the others.
Yeah, I don't think I do. That's gross. That's gross.
Jake asking, not Delve.
Assuming slop or shit or something.
People.
Well, I mean, the house has to do something with the vermin problem.
Tasty.
I fucking hate this place so much.
Yeah, me too.
We keep walking.
Something tells me we can't do anything into it until we confront whoever's doing this.
The matron.
Yes, we're walking to her. Hopefully.
So you get to the kitchens and you find the vent you originally used as kids, but I mean that would be much too small now for you as in your adult forms.
I mean, we have a key card, so can we find a door leading down to the basement?
There is an employee door that leads off of the kitchen.
Swipe the key card.
It swings open, and it kind of leads to a storage room that seems well stocked with like food and victuals. Clay sees that it is mostly empty and just covered in rat carcasses in various states of decay, and there is a rotted out drywall panel over an old door that looks like it used to be a hidden door.
Check the door.
Well, to you guys, you just see shelves in front of that.
Okay.
I pointed out. Let's rip it down.
I think you have to do it, bud. We can't see it. So
Then I'm gonna go beat the shit out of that shelf.
For you, it's particularly strange because you have to like move things out of the way that have like physical touch, but then to your double sight, they aren't actually there. But you get everything moved out of the way, you slide the panel, and you find a much more high-tech door that has a key card to everyone's sight.
swipe the key card.
To your mage sight, the door literally just crumples into atoms. To everyone else, the door slides open.
This is so trippy. It's like that one time I did acid.
Only once?
Yeah, wasn't a fan.
Oh God. Okay. Later, guys. Later. Go down the hallway.
So you do recognize these hallways. These are the holding cells that you were originally brought into through a different entrance, but you recognize them immediately. And then eventually you can come to stairs, and those stairs, you eventually find that original control room that you had broken into as children. But the facility keeps going down. Like there's more stairs down from there.
I mean, logic would serve that the bottom is the place to go, right? So, let's go to
and
the
as you're
bottom.
moving through these hallways, there are two physical people who are down here, who are wearing paramilitary uniforms in both sites, and they nod at you as if you're supposed to be there.
Well, I'm sorry, say that again.
So in your mage site and in reality, there are people here with guns on patrol, but they nod at you as if you're supposed to be there.
I look for something shiny to see if they're like an adult.
You are looking at a nondescript riot mask in the same body armor that they are wearing.
Someone clearly wants us to be here.
Yeah.
We're setting up a massive trap. So be on your toes if we can somehow.
Can I clock any mirrors on our way down?
In these rooms, the only mirrors are like those little kind of like around corner mirrors. Even if you check inside a bathroom, they don't have mirrors in the bathrooms. Suicide risk, you know.
Yeah.
You guys keep going down.
Mm-hmm.
So you move through 8 more stories of operations, offices, armories, barracks, all kinds of things, and then you finally come to the bottom floor, which is just a stairwell that leads to a vault door. But it sits open.
Oh.
Is that what Clay sees in both?
Yeah. Inside, you find a little girl's pretty pink bedroom with another door leading off of it. There's pictures on the walls. There's like storybooks, all kinds of things.
Try the other door.
The other door it requires the key card. You use the key card, you move in, and this room is about the size of a football stadium filled with arcano-looking machinery, and then a catwalk that leads out to a small circle, and in that circle there is a child-sized chair with needles around all of the arms and back of it. So if you were to sit in it, those needles would inject into you.
I have a very, very bad feeling.
So you have mind, prime, and life active all at once, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have life. I lied. I'm
So
I'm thinking of mind, so it's thinking beings. So I have mind and prime.
There is in the kind of the core of all of this machinery, there is a functioning conscious mind.
And the sound may have cut out for a second there because I lost audio again. I apologize, guys. Off of the little girl's bedroom, there was this room with all of the machinery.
About the size of a football stadium, yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
And so it's kind of like you guys are in the middle of it, kind of like Cerebro, where it's like this walkway that leads out to this chair. So like you can look over the walkway and there's machinery going down too.
Got it.
So you realize they're like in the exact middle of a domed football stadium, just to the brim with.
There's someone in here. I don't know who.
Matron?
What does
Mother?
this room look like to your...
Chloe?
What does this room look like to your mage site?
The same.
Okay. No changes, no differences.
Mother, are you there?
Is anyone there?
Poppy, can you hear me?
I start looking at this machinery to see if I can trigger some sort of explosion.
It doesn't look like it would be hard. Whoever put this together obviously had ideas as they were building stuff. Go ahead and make an intelligence plus crafts roll.
Can you say anything about what you're doing?
No, but I feel like my intentions have been clear from the beginning.
So as you're looking at it, I say, I agree. We should blow it up, but let's figure out what's going on first. But I'm 100% behind blowing this place to smithereens.
I did
And
get
still
2
nothing-
successes.
Nothing angelic cries out.
There are some angelic pieces of this machine. Like there is infrastructure woven in, but it almost looks unintentional.
God?
I got 2 successes, so I know how to trigger an explosion if I want to, right?
So the role was to figure out what's going on. All of these machines, like it doesn't seem to be. It's almost like a madman created this. So you could throw a rock into here and blow up all of the country, or you could throw a rock into here and do absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Destiny engine.
Okay. I'm going to walk up along the catwalk some more.
As you walk down the catwalk, the chair begins to resize itself. and become adult-sized.
Okay,
Come back.
I
You're
avoid
not
the
gonna
chair.
do that.
I avoid the chair, but I'm trying to locate where this consciousness is.
So off of the catwalk, about 100 yards off, there is a piece of machinery that has the consciousness inside of it.
That's not okay. Oh, good lord.
Open the doors, Hal.
Can I use
can't do
focus
that,
mage
Dave.
sight on this thing?
What is focused mage sight?
Unlike peripheral or active mage sight, focus mage sight requires that the mage put all attention on one target. Instead of seeing the subject in the context of the supernal, she sees the supernal as filtered through the subject. Magic pours through the subject, shaped by its fallen world constraints and correspondences, and by examining that interaction, the mage can learn much about it. Using this principle, a mage can release mana into the world and watch the patterns as it forms, gleaning additional information on them.
This is the problem with running 5 games. Yeah, sure, do that.
Okay. So it doesn't cost me anything, but I can only, it looks like I don't actually activate a specific one. I'm just literally focusing everything that I have on something. So I'm like, don't pay attention to anything else.
So what arcana are you using to focus?
I'm going to go with Prime because that's the one that's been giving me the most.
With your Prime sight completely focused, you are looking at the center of a mandala that reaches out as your senses go, maybe 3, 4, 5 miles out. Whatever this entity is has complete control over all arcana in that 5-mile radius, and it's basically one giant, infinitely intricate magic circle. That is its pattern and its nimbus.
Okay, so I can't do anything here unless it lets me, magic-wise, like spell-wise.
You could, but it could very easily undo anything you did with it with its prime.
Okay, can I focus mind onto that consciousness?
Yes. You can touch the mind, but the mind has no seeming way of touching back, if that makes any sense. Like, it's aware of you and it's gently aware of the world around it, but all you really get, it's so much, because everything that's going on, every book, every box that's in the wrong place, every door, it's focusing on all of those things at once. So it's like aware of you more than anything else, but it's still also way too, it's like trying to talk to, I'm trying to think of, it's too big.
So it's because it's creating this environment, like it has to focus on the entire environment. It can't just focus on one thing.
It's like a bacteria trying to talk to you, the human, while it's inside of you.
Okay, so this consciousness thing here is what's creating all of this. This thing is massive. So within 5 miles, so if we're going to blow this thing up, that's a giant explosion. Because I think it's going to trigger the entirety of this area.
Well, how do we get out of that?
That's the other. I mean, how do we get out? How do we trigger it? How do we get out safely? How do we get the kids out safely? Because that's 5 miles now that we have to make sure that they can cover. And that's if we can even get out. I can do things, but this thing can undo anything that I can do instantaneously because this has basically complete control over this area. It can do whatever it wants.
And also you have an inherent understanding that you are looking at the Destiny engine.
I figured.
Is 2 things. One, I mean, I can rip the gates at any point, so we can try that. But 2, if this is the thing that's running everything, then what does that mean? And what is your universal flange. Is that here? Is that what this is? Like I'm
Do I think that that's related?
I mean, no one knows what the celestial phalange even is, so it could be.
So why has it brought us here? To marvel at how huge it is and how we can't do anything about it? Or is it trying to tell us something?
just gonna call out to it. Why did you bring us here?
Are you still focusing, Clay?
Yeah.
It reacts to it. It reacts to the question, but it just doesn't have a way of talking to you.
Somebody needs to sit in the chair.
Not it.
I'll
I'll
do
go
it.
sit in the chair.
You sure?
So I will remind everyone, it's been a few weeks, Angel said only her and her father can use this chair because they are immortal.
Can we call Angel?
I can't be anywhere near Angel.
I can call Angel. I still have the card. I'm gonna place a phone call.
One moment.
While you're pulling your phone out to call Angel, you hear a small hello from the room that you had exited.
Mage sets back up. Who's there?
It is definitely a cognitive form, but it is a small, like 8-year-old girl, and it is clearly an 8-year-old form of Angel.
Hi. What are you doing here?
Oh, this is my room. Are you the new doctors?
We're here to check on you.
Oh,
Are
I already
you
had my checkup today.
Are you okay?
I feel okay.
Honey,
Are you gonna make me go back in the chair?
No way.
Ruby, that might be the only way.
I'm not answering that question.
The only way to what?
Hun, do you not like the chair?
It hurts a lot, but
Yeah.
but it's okay because they say that we're saving the world. I'm the only princess that can talk to it. It's my job.
Who do you talk to?
I don't know. She's a nice lady.
Does she have a name?
She's never told me her name.
Have you seen what she looks like?
No, she's just kind of like a floating yellow, you know?
What color was Trigardas when she blew up?
Oh, not yellow. Not at
Okay.
all.
All right, cool. Sweet.
Angel,
How did you know my name? Oh, I guess you're the new doctor, so you would know my name. That's stupid. I'm sorry.
oh,
It's
you don't
okay.
need to apologize. It's okay. You don't have to do it right now, but we do need to talk to her.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Do you want me to do it now?
Well, if you need to rest or anything, that's okay. We can wait with you. You don't have to do it right this second.
You guys are new doctors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys know my daddy? He's a big white knight. He runs around on a horse, and she runs to the wall and picks up a picture of like a knight in shining armor. She brings it to you. It's like, here, he's gonna come back and save me someday.
No, I don't. We haven't actually had the chance to meet him yet, but we've heard lots about him.
all I know is that his favorite musician is Frank Sinatra, and that I asked them, and they brought me a bunch of Frank Sinatra albums. And she runs over to a record player and starts playing like some Frank Sinatra songs. She's like, so I'm going to learn all the songs so that when I finally meet my daddy, I can sing all the words to him.
That's really sweet.
I'm going to step aside and try to call Angel.
Yeah, the phone rings and she answers and she was like, Jack, what is it?
I'll be next to Jack.
Angel, this is super fucked up. We are at Whispering Pines and we are talking to a child you. And we are in the room with the Destiny engine. And I need to ask it a question, but I need to know how bad it is before I ask her to do that.
Jack, have you ever died?
Part of me has.
Well, what you're asking that little girl to do is to die 5 or 6 times in the course of 30 minutes to get about 45 seconds of dialogue with a creature that barely understands what's going on with the world. So you basically get to ask it 3 or 4 yes or no questions before she doesn't have enough strength left to keep using it, and she will pass out. But definitely strap her in that chair and ask your questions. That's what everybody else does.
Angel, why am I talking to an 8-year-old you?
I'm assuming that whatever that thing is trying to talk to you, and it wants you to strap that little girl inside that machine. I don't know. It got really weird in the end. She helped me escape eventually. I don't know. I can't tell you if I hate her or I love her or she's everything.
I'll take the phone from Jack. Angel, Owen here. How long can a mortal stay in that chair?
Up until the first death, so maybe 30, 45 seconds. I wouldn't do it, Owen.
I'll get back to Jack.
Jack, all I can say is that thing changed when you guys came to Whispering Pines.
You remember it changing back then.
Yeah. The next time they strapped me in the chair, all it wanted was, it wouldn't even answer any questions. It just wanted them to bring you guys to it. When they refused, it stopped working for them. And then it helped me escape.
Well, we're here. Angel, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We all have our crosses to bear.
Thank you.
Will you put Clay on?
Sure. I'll pass it over.
Hello?
Clay, I know I was short with you before, but you have to understand that mark on you means a lot more than even I can explain.
Can it help with what we're doing right now?
Oh, no, not at all. I would not get anywhere near that machine while you're marked. But I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, man. I know it seemed a lot, but you have to understand that mark represents a whole group of people, and you're not safe anymore for me.
Safe how?
Can't get into it. You have to understand. Talking to you is like talking to my worst nightmare, and it's not your fault. And that's all I wanted to say.
Fine. Just something happens to me, will you keep Hunter safe?
Of course.
Thank you.
Put Jack back on.
On the phone to Jack.
Jack,
Yes.
Does she still have puppets about?
Angel?
No. The machine. Does she still have puppets?
I'll look around.
People who think they're in a different place.
Oh, we ran into 4 or 5.
Strap one of them to it.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
strap the girl. She can take it.
Oof.
The puppets will die.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have my permission, Jack. That's
Thank
what
you,
you
Angel.
called, isn't it?
Honestly, I was hoping for a way out, but if we can't move forward, we'll make a choice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Goodbye, Angel.
Bye. Don't call me for a while.
Understood. She recommended using one of the meat puppets.
what do we need from the machine?
I don't know.
Just wants
Just
to
browse
contact
here.
us. Are the meat puppets people?
Yes, that's the problem. Is it seems like, I mean, I don't know exactly why she suggested them, but it seems like if we put them there, then they will die just like any of us would. It's the little girl's the only one that's going to make it through this at the end of the day. As terrible as that is, as much of a horror as we're putting her through, she's the only one that gets to stand up and walk away after this. She said that it forced them to bring us to it, and when they refused, it just stopped talking entirely. So now we're here, like it wanted, 20 years too late, but it's trying its damnedest to make it happen. I think the girl's the only option. Anybody else dies.
I stand up in front of her.
Let's try a meat puppet.
It's going to kill them. They're still people.
It's kill one of us or it's use the girl and torture her.
I mean, if we don't want to do any of these things, we just have to walk away. That's it.
I don't think we can.
So we're at an impasse of we should not kill an innocent. You don't want to torture the girl that's going to walk away and live, and we can't leave it. I mean,
You're muted.
All right, Mark. You sit in the chair, and all those needles slam home all the way through up your neck and down your skull. And you are injected with something that makes every last bit of you burn.
Has anyone else had a spinal tap? Because I'm getting huge like spinal tap vibes, and that was the worst thing in my life I've ever done.
After the burning subsides, you go cold, numb all over, can't feel anything, as if all of the nerve endings in your body have been shot. There's just no more feedback. And then you are sitting in a white room.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did Jack hear how long he can be in the chair?
45 seconds. Maybe.
Are you timing?
As soon as we see him walk over, yes.
Okay.
Inside this white room is a small tea table with 2 chairs and a woman that you barely remember.
Hello.
Owen. We don't have much time.
Mom?
Yes, sweetie.
Where am I? What is this place?
an awful place. I'm going to release you. I just need you to please kill me.
I can stay. I can stay longer.
It will
Let me stay.
It'll destroy you.
It's okay. Let me stay longer.
Little Sprig, I can't. No. And then you're ejected from the chair.
This is before the 30 seconds is hit.
About 10 seconds have passed, and Mark, you are at, let's just say, 10 lethal damage.
Okay.
So remembering that lethal loops back around and becomes ag.
So I have 4 more ag damage, or 4 more lines until I'm dead.
So he needs immediate medical attention to stop that. He comes out of that machine, and his down to about 2 inches where the needles were, the flesh has been seared away and atomized. So he is like a husk all up and down his spine and down his arms that is like bleeding out.
You have to go. We have to go right now.
How long
Pick him
until I
up.
bleed out?
Technically, every round you take another ag unless you receive immediate medical attention.
I call 911. I mean,
I pick him up and I start carrying him up the many levels that there are.
I'm going to left or right all of the exits.
Okay.
Are there those guards, the armed military or whatever they were, out that we can ask for help as we're
What happened?
leaving?
Is there a doctor?
Did he sit in the chair?
Yes, he did. Is there a doctor?
Come. And they take you to an infirmary, and they immediately start working on him, but they shoo you out of the room. It's like, you be in here.
I do not leave.
Yeah, I don't leave either.
You don't understand the state he's in. If you got cough the wrong way, he dies in 2. I really need you to get out of here. Hank, you are 100% muted.
I punch the dude who says we can't leave. We're not fucking leaving.
Mm-mm.
2 women are wrapping up Owen and just putting in IVs and doing their best. They have him behind like a plastic curtain, but they work on him, and then they turn to you after 2 hours and go, well, he's stable. What the hell were you thinking? You can't sit in the chair. No one can. That thing might as well not
Ask
even be
him.
here.
Ask him. We didn't tell him to do it.
Who are you? Are you guys new? Are you transfers from the San Francisco office?
I can't tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe we know things that are a little bit above your pay grade.
I just don't know why San Francisco office would send people and not tell them about the chair that chews people up. How long was he in?
Maybe we're doing some special experiments on the chair.
He was in for 10 seconds. We were keeping the timer down below 30.
Ugh, at his age? Oh, well, I mean, it's going to take weeks for him to recover. You know that, right?
Yes. We also know what we came here to do.
Came here to do?
We're supposed to work with the machine. That's what we're here for.
Well, go see the head then.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll keep him here under constant fluids.
We can't possibly leave him alone. Someone will have to stay with him. There's no way we can leave him alone in this place.
Stay with him. I'm not going to lose him again.
All right,
Let's
but you need to scrub up then. And she kind of points to a scrub room.
Fine. I scrub up, making extra sure to not show the mark.
I mean, the mark's on your back, so that should be perfectly possible.
Regardless, I know you, Riel.
Off to see the headmistress?
Sure.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
What day is it? How long have we been in here? I feel. Oh my God.
Just keep swimming. Can you, being that this is our first day, can you please point us the way?
Yeah, up 3 floors. There's 2 guards in front of the door. Tell them you're here to see him. I mean, if you guys are from the San Francisco office, they're probably expecting you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Shall we? Taking the flights up 3 and down the intimidating hallway of this bunker.
Can I help you?
We were directed to the headmaster's office.
Designation?
There was an accident with the chair.
Designation.
Lucky break?
Okay. Lucky break. You turn to him and go, Indigo, first class. What's your designation?
I was almost going to say Indigo, so I'm very excited about that. All right.
He goes, Lupine, third class. Lupine. No need to get. I just need your designation before I can let you in. They don't let Merlins in anymore.
Understandable. For various reasons. Thank you.
He turns to Dell and you. Designation?
Indigo.
Lupine.
I growl at him.
He growls back and like grows a little bit.
Oh, I want to kill him so bad. Okay.
Which is ironic because that's how werewolves feel when they meet each other.
Yeah.
You are entered into a room and a doddering old man is sitting behind a desk doing a Rubik's Cube.
Evening, sir.
Hello.
We've had some trouble with the chair in the Destiny engine.
Oh, no one's supposed to sit in the chair. I made that very clear. I put it in the memo. Did you not get the memo?
We're down from San Francisco.
Oh, the San Francisco office. Oh, yes. Oh, you guys must have screwed up royally.
It's unfortunate, but they sent us here to check on the engine.
No, they didn't.
Then what did they send us here for, sir?
The San Francisco office sends people they don't want interfering anymore with the greater stuff here to sit around in this dream world and do nothing.
Is that how you got here, sir?
Oh, I've been here a long time. A long time I've been here.
This is why I wish Clay was here.
So it appears he doesn't know anything.
Well, no, he hasn't said anything yet, but how long have you been here, sir?
Oh, when did Job and Elias start the place?
It was in the mid-'60s, I believe.
He was
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, I was the caretaker of the house when it was sold. Job put 2 slugs in the back of my head, and I've just been hanging around ever since. Oh, but the nice lady, she gives me a physical form. I could do my Rubik's Cubes. These things are amazing.
Oh, so you're a shush.
A what?
I don't think so. He has a physical form,
Never mind.
which is probably why they don't let Merlins in here.
Oh no,
You
I don't let
see-
Merlins in anymore. They always say, "Oh, your corpse is sitting in a chair." Blah.
Have you seen Elias or Job lately?
Oh no, no, not for many years. Elias took quite an angry turn when his wife was strapped into a machine to see the future. He was very angry about it. He tried to destroy the place, but he had his little ones to look after, so.
Del, you're right.
What?
Del, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have disagreed so easily. That explains a lot. Thank you for the information.
You're welcome. Don't sit in the damn chair. Unless you can find Job, that piece of shit. Hopefully he's frozen solid on the Himalayan mountains or something.
Have you ever sat in the chair?
No, I'm dead, son. The chair was built long after I died.
Right, but have you ever taken your form now and taken it for a spin?
No, I kind of like having a face, so I'm not going to do that.
Well,
No.
I mean, if that's not your face.
What is your designation, son?
Inquisitor. Excuse me.
Inquisitor?
Indigo.
You're an Indigo Inquisitor? Are they shutting the facility down?
Like we
She
said,
won't let you remember this conversation once you leave. So you tell me, are they shutting us down?
she won't let me remember this conversation.
Yes, people come in here all the time saying, I want more work hours. I want a longer lunch break. I want vacation time for my family. And then they leave and they don't come back, or they come back the next week with more HR stuff to discuss.
If you don't mind, since we won't remember anyways, who is she?
Well, she was an anomaly. She was this kind of cross-section of weird paranormal events, and she was indigo, clearly, but then when she awakened into her mage powers, she could kind of use those in ways that the normal ones couldn't do it. And if I'm to be correct, those particular convolutions of events were exactly what they needed to build the Destiny engine. So they scooped out her brain, plopped it in the machine, and then strapped Job to the chair. And then they set out to completely control the world through the shadows.
So the Elias's wife?
Yes, that's why he was so upset.
Is the matron.
Yes, is that not clear?
Sorry, it's just
How do you know
processing.
Elias? Is he over at the San Francisco office now? I guess it's been a long time. He might have forgotten about being angry, but it seems out of character. I mean, he strapped a
Elias-
lot of C4 down to that machine before he stopped for some reason.
No, he's still pretty angry.
Elias is our dad.
He's a dragon about it.
You're the Blackthorne children?
Yes.
I don't think he had a daughter.
Well,
Not me.
she's honorary.
Well, why would you guys join such a... I mean, San Francisco office, maybe you didn't know, but I mean, that's why they sent you here. They don't want you... you must have discovered something, or they found out who you were, or something.
Really an
Well,
unfortunate coincidence.
just don't eat the cafeteria food. Order out. Trust me. Don't eat the cafeteria food.
Understood. We will.
I mean, we're eating rats right. Well, they're eating rats right now, but that's just because somebody hasn't kicked the bucket in a while.
If you're enjoying that Rubik's Cube, we'll bring you down a Game Boy. If you'll
It's
excuse
a
us.
Game Boy.
Next visit, sir.
But
I
you
think
won't
it's.
remember. Give it to me now.
I don't have one on me, but
I'll send
mean,
out a
yeah.
memo. No one will read it, but I'll send out a memo. No one reads my memos. I don't even know why I send them.
I just say under my breath, Mom, please let us remember this. And go through the doors.
Your memory isn't affected at all. Messaged. Hank, what are you doing, bud?
I am trying to go into Owen's dream. So I'm casting a spell.
Okay.
So I am doing this without talking, for the record. So what I need to do a paradox roll, if they don't necessarily see that I'm doing anything, I'm just sitting next to him, putting my hand on his head.
These are all supernatural creatures. They are not sleepwalkers. So
fantastic. And thanks to also for the record, I'm using not that it really matters, but in my pocket I have a keychain of a wooden carving that Owen gave to me when we were Boy Scouts when we were kids. So that's adding to my dice roll. Right, Owen, don't try to kill me this time. I promise I won't try to kill you with any iron.
He's not in the middle of a clarity-induced hallucination this time, so maybe it'll be better.
Yeah. That's an exceptional success. Hell yeah, what does that do again? All right, well, it's a success, so I'm in his dream now. And I did spend a reach, so I'm an active part, so I can take part in the dream. If needed.
You're muted, yeah.
Owen, what you dreaming about?
I am reading a book of the forest as fully adult Owen.
Hey,
And
Owen.
I remember everything, right?
And you are a changeling, so you're used to being in dreams. So you could realize you're in a dream.
Okay. I'll hand over another book and say, Clay, sit down. Join me.
All right. You're handing me a book?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It was Mom that I saw, Clay. She's stuck in the Destiny engine.
Our family's kind of fucked up, isn't it?
Yes, more than you know right now. She asked us to kill her.
And you want me to do that?
She kicked me out before I died, which, if I had died, I just would have come back 10 seconds before. So really, by not killing me, she did me a disservice. But it's okay. That's up to you and Jack and Dell and Ruby. You have to kill her.
She's our mom.
She's also in a lot of pain. And I know a few things about being locked up with no way out. Unfortunately, I don't think the Destiny engine will look the other way while she leaves, like the Baron did with me. I think there's only one way.
Okay. That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do.
Whatever happens, Clay, I just want you to know that I don't blame you.
For what?
Everything.
Don't talk like that. It's not. No.
It's just that I don't blame you, and I'm sorry it took me so long to come back.
Sorry I never found you.
Now, why don't we enjoy our books until the stream ends?
What am I reading?
You're reading one of my essays on the treatise on the abandoned child and the hit to the psyche.
Hey, Hank,
Yes.
does it say anything about what happens to you if something happens to you outside of the dream? Like if the spell is disconnected or disrupted or something?
No, because I'm not actually asleep or anything. I'm still myself. I'm just meditating on the spell. So it's like the spell is just active. So like if you were to like deal damage to me, then I would react to it. But like I'm still aware of my surroundings to an extent.
You suddenly feel something on your neck and you swap at it and a bee falls to the ground.
I need to go, Owen.
If I don't see you again,
Don't.
thank you.
I love you, brother.
I love you too.
Turn around and walk away.
You don't wake up.
Fantastic. Am I still in the dream with him?
Yeah.
Something's wrong. I can't end my spell.
Strange. I have nothing to help.
All right, back to the others. You guys are leaving the headmaster's office.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess we go back down to the boys.
Let's go back to the infirmary because we got information. So,
on your way to the infirmary, a woman stops you. Is like, if you guys are transfers, I need you to fill out some paperwork. We don't have paperwork on you. I just got a memo that I need to have you guys fill out some papers. Right this way.
So you do read the memos.
Sometimes. I'm just asking for kids and other stuff.
I'm going to mind reading her.
Okay.
So I'll have to make a roll for that. Shit. What's my roll for that? Oh God, I haven't had to use a thing with a roll for a while. Sorry, guys.
I have my cheat sheet here. I just didn't have it open. Wits plus persuasion plus primum versus their resolve plus potency. And if you want deep thoughts, you have to spend a willpower.
Okay. Wits plus persuasion plus primum.
Yes. It's a huge dice pool for you, I'm sure.
Not as much as you'd think.
It never is, right? You're like, I put so many dots in things, and I never use the things I need the dots for.
Hi. All of my merits, like literally every single one.
Okay, 3 successes.
She got 4.
Okay. So I don't get anything basically.
Come.
Lead the way. We're still learning the facility.
She takes.
I would really like to see our compatriots before we do this. There was a terrible injury, and I appreciate the need for paperwork, but I would like to ensure that their health is stable.
Well, that's the paperwork I need you to fill out. I need you to fill out his paperwork so we can keep treating him. We need to know his allergy information. We need to know all of these things. Plus, we need intel on you guys so that we can do the same thing for you if you guys decide to sit in the chair. I'm sorry, but my hands are tied here. I need this information filled out.
I need your designation, please.
Merlin, 5th class.
That's a problem.
How is that a problem?
Merlins are no longer allowed in the headmaster's office.
We're not
have a
in the
bit of
headmaster's office.
Yes, but we do have a disconnection in our chain of command here, and I'm going to have to ask that we see our companions before we fill out this paperwork.
So you're claiming to have a higher rank than myself, correct? That's what you're trying to assert?
Indigo first class, yes.
Can I see your ID badge?
In my pocket.
Whip it out.
But I have nothing that I can't.
Roll for it.
Okay.
Just a straight D10.
Oh, God. Okay.
What about incriminating photos so it looks like you're blackmailing her?
Oh, wait, no. In my pocket is dexterity plus larceny. You can roll dexterity plus larceny.
Will you take a look at this?
Gosh darn it.
Willpower.
I'm going to kick her ass. Do you want me to do that?
No, I'm going to spend a willpower. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Willpower gives me how many more dice? 3?
3.
I like look at you and I'm like still indiscreet.
That is 5 successes.
Wow.
I got 10s and 10s and 10s.
Exceptional.
She takes it from you all angry. Oh, Mr. Peebles, I didn't realize you said you were from the San Francisco office. You're here from the home office?
I don't need to give you a reason why we're here.
I didn't know anyone was coming from Chicago. Nobody said anything. I'm sorry, sir. Clearly, you don't need to fill out any paperwork, but I do need his information. So if you could at least fill out the patient's information, that I need it because we're trying to treat him, and I just don't want to kill him on the table. Do you have his designation?
As soon as I see him, I can give you the information. I need to have visual confirmation on the subject.
Oh, okay. Right this way.
Fuck, am I gonna get that? Shit.
Now we can look at the ID. Maybe the ID information.
I know, I'm gonna like look at my ID and be like, what the fuck does it say? Look.
It says Norman Peebles, Indigo class 1.
Oh God.
Norman Peebles.
And the picture looks nothing like you, but you kept your thumb over it, I'm assuming.
I'm looking at my 3 zeros on my board like, God damn it.
I gave you an exceptional success. You held it out in such a way where she didn't see your face, but that is definitely not you.
Okay, we walk to
Mr. Peebles, congratulations on your nuptials.
This is not appropriate work conversation.
Yes,
this is something we
obviously. Yeah. No. Yeah.
There's a man on his deathbed. You understand that, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to lighten the mood a little bit.
He just has a crush moment. It's fine.
All right. She kind of like pushes a button on the door, and they'll let us know when they've gotten everything secure so we can enter.
How long have you worked here?
Me?
Yes,
Yeah.
15 years now. On site 5.
And you came from San Francisco or you came from Chicago?
Oh no, I'm a local.
On site 5 though, where were you before site?
I still worked at the facility, but I lived off site. My marriage kind of fell through, but that's not appropriate work conversation. So
agreed.
Sorry, this takes a while.
Integrity check?
Integrity?
Is she lying to us?
She led us to a dead end.
No, she seems to be telling the truth. This is the door you guys were rushed through before. Then the light goes green. There we go. And she enters in. Oh, where's the patient? as you see them cleaning the tables.
What?
There was not only a patient, there was a colleague here from the home office as well.
Yeah, we got the notification down the line. They were transferred to a more stable. He was in terrible shape, so we transferred him.
And
Against the wall. Transferred him where?
sorry, Lupine. We also need to know what happened to our other colleague that was with him.
He went with him. He insisted. He said he would text you when they got there.
And the facility is where?
Raleigh. They're transferring them to Raleigh.
Ruby, it's fine. We will come back.
Your car. You're going to take us in your car right now? Where is it?
I'm on site. I don't have a car.
Where can we get access to a vehicle?
I'm sure you could requisition one. There's just some forms to fill out.
If we just got the car first, could you fill out those forms for us?
The guy looks at Ruby. It's technically against protocol.
It would also be against protocol for me to rip your throat out, but who loses in that scenario, bro?
HR?
Okay.
We have to visit.
I guess.
We have to visit the machine before we leave.
Can you just show us where the cars are kept on site, right?
Yeah, B2.
B2. Where are the keys kept? They keep them on so many different levels.
Sorry, he's new.
There's a lockbox. The garage attendant takes the paperwork. That's why I was saying you needed the paperwork. But I guess if you choke him out, you could probably get him to open the thing, because I guess that's just how lupines do things these days. Just pick on the poor. Just
designation, sir.
My designation?
Yes.
I'm a mosquito. Class 8.
All right, then you will stand down.
Yes, sir.
That is not acceptable conversation to be having right now. I apologize that we had this interaction, and we will now leave. You have the good rest of your day. We will file the reports.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so my awareness of my two pack mates, is that giving me any ideas on where they are?
I have an idea.
Does that have a range?
It does have a range in miles times my renown, which is the renown isn't my primal urge, is it?
No,
is
renown.
It my harmony?
No, renown is down there at the bottom. It's the wisdom, blah 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 blah. I can't remember what they are. It's like wisdom,
renown.
Cunning, something like that.
This is renown one os. Oh, okay. So 2 miles.
They are not within 2 miles.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's go to where you said there were cars. Or where's our car? Where do we leave that?
We should see the engine first, and then go. Just very quickly.
Okay.
This might be our only chance to see it.
Running.
Okay. And as we run over there, I tell Ruby, when we get to the parking lot, you distract the lot attendant, and I'll just steal us a set of keys and we'll go.
Okay.
I mean, technically, Britannica could just walk up to a car and pull the keys to that car out of his pocket, but whatever.
I know, but I have skills too.
Other people have skills they want to use, Rio.
Okay.
So if we go back down in the room, I'm just going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm just going to try something.
Who are you talking to?
To both of them.
Okay.
If it works, be ready to run. Is Angel around?
Yeah, she's in the room.
Okay.
She's coloring at her little desk.
Angel, honey,
Hmm?
We are going to go upstairs in a moment.
Okay.
So just wrap up whatever you're working on in case you have to leave real quick, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Might be nothing, but just in case.
Okay. She like goes and starts putting toys on a blanket and then like wrapping the blanket up into like a little bundle.
I am going to talking to them still. I am going to try an EMP field. And barring how that goes, I can just rain of fire the machine. Are we at that point yet?
I am. They have now taken Clay and Owen from us.
Okay, but we don't know how this is going to erupt. That's my question. In the EMP field, I feel like maybe that'll just shut down the rain of fire. I'm worried about explosions. I don't know if that's going to have collateral damage. All of us dead, the children dead, that sort of thing.
Helena, from your earlier role looking at the machine, it's not electricity that it's powered by. So you know for a fact EMP field won't work.
I don't think it's powered by electricity. So I don't think that will do what you think it will. It may just make it harder for us to get through the electric doors.
So, raining down fire might be the best option.
If the fire begins in here, it'll work its way up, and hopefully if we sound the alarm as we go up, maybe people can be leaving.
Well, and if she's gone, she can't keep all of the illusions up anymore.
Right.
But do we want to destroy it? I mean, all we know is that our mom's brain is in there, and Elias was mad about it being there, and it causes people horrible.
Do you guys know her brain's in there?
Yeah, that's what the headmaster told us.
Okay.
Rhea, sorry, you muted, but
Forgot about that.
I was just saying, yeah, the headmaster told them. Yeah.
That's all we know is that our mom's brain is in there, and Elias was livid that it happened, and that she's the only thing keeping all of this illusion alive. So I need you to both agree with me if I'm going to do this or not.
Clay said they are eating rats up there. I am done with this place.
Okay.
Del, you may be the only one who's thinking clearly.
I think this whole gambit has run its course. I think we'd be doing our dad a favor and mom a favor, and we might permanently scar all the kids upstairs who are eating God knows what, but then they start to heal after that. I see no other solution here.
Okay, let's see what we can do then. Be ready. I don't know how it's going to react. I will call down a rain of fire. And that is a single success.
So you transform into your demon form, and fire starts streaming through nothingness into this room and impacting on the machine. Things are exploding. You're jostled as the entire walkway shakes loose and starts to fall down towards it. Then there's a bright white light, and for a moment you're in this room and you hear a woman just go, "Thank you," before you just feel heat. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
I might have just killed 3 characters.
Worth it.
Cast.
God damn it. God damn it, Mark. Oh, God. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight.
Yeah. Outro stuff that I I have too much in my mind. Does someone do the outro for me?
Yeah. So thank you all so much for following the channel. We really appreciate you guys being here, whether it be on Twitch, as we're doing live right now, on YouTube, or on Patreon. We also have all of the social media in the doobly-doo. Most of them are Mighty MMcast, Mighty MMcast, whether it be Twitter or Instagram or any of those. Thank you to all of our patrons who are supporting us: Sparky, David Lugo, David, Alistair, Daniel, Scott, and Rio's mom, the
My mom.
royalty of the... and we are happy to take questions, comments, concerns that you might have about the episode, whether they be on Facebook, YouTube, or any of the other social media available, as well as on our Patreon, where we will be discussing the WTF of tonight's episode later as we do the after party once we wrap this up. So thank you so much again for watching. Please like and subscribe. It means the world to both of us, all of us. And as our recent tagline says, roll for initiative and say your tearful goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Which we might be doing tonight.
We'll find out.